I don't think you guys get how much I despise this woman. I just kept dying and dying and dying, and on top of that, I have to hear her insult me after every death.
Even easier than I thought.
As if it wasn't bad enough that I have to keep restarting the fight over and over and over again. Thank you so much, developers, for making me feel like utter garbage and lowering my self-esteem. Star Wars. Unless you've been living under a rock for the past 43 years, or maybe you just recently got introduced to the wonders of technology, there is no way in hell you haven't seen anything relating to Star Wars. Whether it's a meme or parodies, which, as we know, there have been quite a lot of them, Star Wars is loved worldwide, which is why I decided to take a look at Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order. I'll be honest, I don't know much about this game, but what I do know is that the Force is just a tad bit overpowered. I mean, you can slow people down, you can pull them towards you, you can even push them back. So I decided, nah, that's way too easy. Let's strip that away from me and become one with our lightsaber instead. Not only will I not be using the Force in this run, but I won't be buying any skills for this guy either. So it's basic moves for a basic boy the entire way through. And just to add a little more salt to the open wound I'm giving myself, I won't be using health vials either. The only way I can regain health is by dying. With that all said, please like this video to tell YouTube that I actually do exist, and let's begin this challenge. This young lad climbing this rope is known as Cal Kestis. He has no idea how hard his life is about to get. A freak accident that would only happen in the Final Destination movies occurred, and it sent me sliding down this platform and almost into the tummy of this disgusting creature. My boy Prouf nearly died, but I was forced to use the Force to save him. So let me get this straight, the first chapter is not even done, and Cal is over here thinking he's allowed to use the Force. Like what? Do you not know what the name of this video is called? It's clearly right there. Can you not read? You know, this is probably why he's still a Padawan. He couldn't read the instruction manual on how to use a lightsaber properly. Poor kid can't even read the on and off switch of a light. He just doesn't listen. But not to worry, young Padawan, since me, Undead Color, will provide you with the necessary skills needed to become just as great as these legendary Jedi. Now, just so you guys aren't lost as to what the hell is happening, I'm on a train to go home and grab my things because Jedis are being hunted and killed. If you could so much as smell the Force, you're getting blasted. The train got pulled over for speeding, and we got our first glimpse of both the second and ninth sister. Let's just say she knew someone in this group was able to use the Force. As you can imagine, Cal was already leaking in his pants at the sheer thought that he might get caught. My friend Prouf decided to use words as a weapon, but I readied my glizzy just in case. The second sister, without hesitation, killed my boy, and well, nearly killed me too. I took my anger out on these stormtroopers, killing each one I came across, and managed to realize a problem. I can't traverse this game properly. I'll be honest, I think the terrain has killed me more than the actual enemies in this game. All the troops in this game are more like target practice for the bosses, since they aren't really much of a threat. Once again, the terrain took my life, and I started to realize just how badly these people wanted to see me dead. They blew up the train rails and sent me sliding all the way down through the train carts. I thought I got saved, but instead I fell and somehow didn't break a single bone. The second sister wanted some static, so you best believe I gave it to her. My friends quickly interfered, and let me just say that this girl can move. I mean, just look at her go. I may have escaped this woman for now, but she left me with everlasting goosebumps all over my body, and maybe, just maybe, half a chode. Seer, the woman who rescued me, tells me that she knew my master because she was once a Jedi as well. She wants me to help her rebuild the Jedi Order and stop this genocide of Force users. We went to Bogano, where I was in charge of getting to the huge pillar since it could unlock the secrets of how to rebuild the Order. I spent about 30 minutes just staring and playing with these cute little furry guys on the floor, and then noticed that, oh wait a second, I actually have an objective to get done. If there's one thing I did not enjoy about this game, it's the fact that I can slice through these creatures like they're paper, but I can't slice through stormtroopers at all. Where's the gore? I expected to see limbs fly off, semen all over the walls, shit and piss all over my lightsaber, death, disease, famine, But instead I get this. Like, this makes my lightsaber seem dull. Where's the gore? Anyways, I came across this cute little fella named BD1, and he gave me access to the healing stems. Now I'll be honest, I did use the healing stem for the first couple of parts of this challenge, but it's only because I added the no healing challenge after I felt that the game was way too easy. Keep in mind, I kind of just came up with this challenge in my head. I never played this game. This is my first playthrough, and I didn't want to restart the game either, so there's that. This giant frog came out of nowhere and nearly ended my life, but it quickly realized who it was messing with, and it jumped into an eternal abyss. I remembered that my master taught me how to run on walls, so with this ability now under my belt, I traveled the land, dismembered some foes, and even gazed upon the beautiful creatures of this planet like this giant rat. I entered the vault, and BD1 showed me the message by a Jedi known as Eno Cordova. Apparently, my man had a list of Force users in a holocron that could help rebuild the Jedi Order and stop the chaos that is happening. But he can't just give the list to me. No. I first have to pass a series of tests to prove that I am just as stressed as he is. He wants me to prove that I am willing to lose just as much hair as he did over this cause. He wanted me to find 3 ancient tombs. So, I guess here we go. Frog Boy came back, and well, I beat his ass so hard that I left him with his mouth wide open. Now I decided to go to Zepho next because Mr. Cordova seemed to be fascinated by whatever is on that planet. On this planet, I felt very bad killing these gremlin-like rats since Cal literally slices them cleanly right down the middle. These things used to have a home and walk around the land, and now they're just here fried completely down the middle, charcoal black. The terrain killed me once again, and somehow Cal couldn't grab onto this ledge to hoist himself up, so I died again. Look, I'm telling you, I wasn't lying when I said the terrain was my enemy. I somehow, after some perseverance and a few painkillers, made it to some ancient elevator, but couldn't figure out how to operate it. This all changed when I realized all I had to do was step on a bright, white, glowing floor panel that was on, you guessed it, the floor. So let me just admit something, right? I died multiple times trying to jump this gap. But here's the kicker. The whole time, there was a wall I could just run across and make it to the other side safely. 1 like equals 1 of my brain cells to come back to me. Okay, let's see. I successfully managed to get pounded by this guardian guy. I cleared this jump with no problem and learned how to use the Force to push things away from me. I did all of this just for Cordova to tell me to get the hell out of here and go visit a Wookiee known as Tarful on a planet known as Kashyyyk. Getting out was no easy task. I had to push these huge metallic balls around in order to solve a puzzle, which led me to some ice troll whose hands I sliced off. After this, naturally as you do, I killed a goat, then another goat, then a human, and then made it to this ATST fight. I will admit, I did die once, but you know what they say. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. So you better believe me when I tell you I shot for the legs. This caused it to fall, and a helpless, defenseless pilot hopped out, only for me to brutally murder him on the spot. I boarded the ship and made it to Kashyyyk. Here, there was a lot of static everywhere. I mean, it was just a full-on battle going on. You know it's serious when my frames take a dip like this when there's action going on. I'm gonna start leaving like a frame counter in the corner so you guys can just see how much my computer suffers at certain times of a game. I climbed this big AT-AT and hopped inside. It's in here where I took the lives of 3 innocent minimum wage workers who were only trying to make a living. I took control of this bad boy and laid havoc on all the other AT-ATs that were on this planet. It was honestly unfair. I was shooting at these people with lasers that were twice their size. Can you imagine getting blasted by a laser that big? This was short-lived since I eventually crashed. Someone proclaimed that he's been waiting a long time to fight and kill a Jedi. Well, now that he's dead, he'll have to wait just a little longer. This security droid thought he could tussle with me, and he was right. He picked me up like I was his pet and slammed me twice onto the floor, completely destroying every bone I had in my body. I regained my composure and sliced him in 2. I released the poor Wookiees that were locked up, and me and the boys led an onslaught against the enemy. By me and the boys, I really mean just me and my controller. How is this fair? I'm not too sure. Since I couldn't heal, I just had to power through these enemies with a pubic hair of health the entire time. It seemed impossible, but I got 2 subscribers on my YouTube channel, something I thought was once impossible too. So guys, this is for you. I absolutely, positively, nearly broke my computer trying to defeat these enemies, all for this lady to tell me that Tarful the Wookiee wasn't even here. But no, it's okay, cause she'll give me a ring whenever he comes back. So thank you so much for wasting my time. With nothing else to do here, I made it back to Zephos, because apparently the Imperials are getting close to finding a tomb that I needed to get to. However, their excavation site was mad far, as you can see. I had to go through a lot of mishaps in order to figure out where to go and what to do. Eventually though, I did make it to the destroyed Venator. It's quite a sight to behold. It's here where I got my chest popped by one of the goats on this planet. It's here where a floating metallic ball shot me with the laser and killed me on impact. I think the best part of this is the fact that you can make it through all of this and die just to spawn back and do it all over again. But wait, no you don't, you goddamn undead color idiot, because this whole time you missed this meditation circle that was on the floor. I swear, I sometimes wonder how I'm this oblivious to things. But anyways, yeah, 2 security drones at once? No, it wasn't fun. No, I didn't feel happy after I beat them. I just wanted to get the hell off of this planet. Oh, and now there's a boss fight. A boss fight that killed me in less than 10 seconds. Second sister, you really showed me how important the Force is. Because clearly this fight would be so much easier if I could use it. I did get a little better at using my lightsaber, so I was winning. But then look at her using the Force. She knew that she got too comfortable. She knew my lightsaber skills were on point. She knew damn well I would have won this battle after the 100th attempt I just did. To my surprise though, she took her helmet off and oh my god. She's a goth girl. God damn it. It's the strongest of all foes. Not only is she goth, she's probably an e-girl too. She has the ability to take the money out of my wallet. Now I'm in big trouble. Thankfully, she left me alone before I could give her my credit card information. With her gone, I made it deeper and deeper into these ruins. I even learned how to pull things with the Force now, so that's always good. You know, it's always good to learn something you can't use in a challenge. I spent the next hour literally just trying to figure out how to break the glass holding this ball. This was so mentally exhausting. I'd rather watch someone grab a fork and scrape it against a plate than to even ever have to solve a puzzle like this ever again. Well, with all my balls now in place, my boy Cordova pulled up and told me that in order to unlock the true secret of the huge vault in Bogano, I need to find a key called the Astrium. But do you really think he told me where it could be? No, you're out of your goddamn mind if you think this game can just let me take a break. I was on my way back to the Mantis to get out of this place when out of nowhere I got kidnapped by someone named Noel Chance. They had me do some arena type battles that even at some point had 2 mini bosses at the same time. Do you have any idea how soul crushing it is for someone that can't heal themselves to be fighting waves? You couldn't crush my spirit more even if you tried. You can get my girlfriend to cheat on me with my best friend and you still wouldn't be able to depress me as much as I am now. Let's just pull up a collage of all the times I saw the respawn screen during this segment of the game. Eventually the last guy was Noel Chance, and I killed him with his own bullet just to disrespect him for what he had to put me through. My pals picked me up, and well, let me just catch you guys up on some drama. You see, Trilla, aka Goth Girl, aka E-Girl, aka I give her all my money so she can step on me, told me that Seer betrayed her to the Empire, which is why she's evil. Seer was originally Trilla's master, but before Cal could keep running his mouth, thankfully my boy Tarful was found and I headed back to Kashyyyk to have a word with him. My mans just told me to make it all the way to the top of the big tree in order to seek the answers I am looking for. So the journey began. I slid, I climbed, I swam, I fought, I ran across walls. Hell, I even rode a goddamn bird just to get to the top of this tree. And what was there, you ask? Oh, just the Ninth Sister. You know, that huge orange woman, the powerful force to be reckoned with. Look, she may be thick, but this goddamn girl can move, okay? I don't think you guys get how much I despise this woman. I just kept dying and dying and dying, and on top of that, I have to hear her insult me after every death.
Even easier than I thought.
As if it wasn't bad enough that I have to keep restarting the fight over and over and over again. Thank you so much, developers, for making me feel like utter garbage and lowering my self-esteem. I'll be honest, man, I was so close to just giving in and using the Force because this lady knew very well how to operate a lightsaber. Honestly, I should have just used it, since either way, guess how you take her down? Oh, you use the Force! With her dead body now just probably splattered on the floor down below, Cordova had a message for me. He found out where I can acquire the key I was in search of. A planet known as Dathomir. Oh, Dathomir, I'm ready to see what you have in store for me. Judging by how the planet looks, I can already tell I'm in for one hell of a ride. Thank you guys for watching the video, and please don't hesitate to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below any challenges you'd like to see me do in the future, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.